Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy, and if this is your first time here, you are welcome. Kindly subscribe, share, and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials. So in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this trendy butterfly kimono. The name of this fabric is called an Ankara print fabric, and I made use of about 2.5 yards. If you want the kimono to be shorter than mine, then you can use 2 yards. So let's get started. To know the amount of fabric you need, you should fold the fabric into two equally as shown. Now from this side of the fold, I went ahead to measure the desired length of my kimono. So the length of my kimono is 40 inches, but I added extra 2 inches sewing allowance to the bottom, which made it 42 inches altogether. Now from this side, I folded the fabric into two again, so I practically folded this fabric into four. This simply means that after cutting, I would be having both my front piece and my back piece. Now on this side, I'll be placing the neck measurements. Alright, so my neck width is 3 inches. For a plus size person, you should mark 4 inches. And the neck depth is 1.5 inches. To connect both points together to form a curved neckline. So this neckline would be for the back piece alone, but later on I'll show you how to trim out the neckline for the front piece. The next step is to mark half of your shoulder measurement. So the half of my shoulder measurement is 7 inches. I placed it from this fold to mark 7 inches. And every other measurement that comes after that will be the length of the sleeve. So you can use the entire fabric, but if you have a desired length of your sleeve, you can just place it here to mark it. So the desired length of my sleeve is 10 inches. So I added extra 1 inch sewing allowance, which made it 11 inches. I went ahead to mark 1 inch below that point and connected it to my neck width as shown to form the shoulder slope. Now I just want to make sure that the wideness of my shoulder slope is wider than my hip circumference. So my hip circumference divided by 2 is 9 inches. So after the 9 inches here, I still have like extra fabric by the sides. So this simply means that we are good to go. But if you want the wings by the side of the kimono to be longer than mine, then you should increase your sleeve length. Alright, the next step is to extend the tip of the shoulder slope vertically downwards to the hem. Now I went ahead to trim out the sides of the kimono following the direction of the chalk. So the next step here is to take out the back piece. So you can easily trim out the neckline for the front piece. To get the neckline for the front piece, I placed my tape from the shoulder line vertically downwards to mark 17 inches and connected this point to the neck width as shown. I'm just going to cut out the V neckline and to also slit the center of the fold. So this two piece is for the front piece of the kimono. Now I would place the front pieces of the kimono directly on the back piece of this kimono. To stitch one side of the shoulder by half inch, and to also stitch this other side of the shoulder by half inch. Alright, so once the shoulders have been attached together, the next thing to do is to spread out the kimono. And then you secure the sides of the kimono by folding it half inch in and further folding it in by half inch. And to also secure this other side of the kimono by folding it half inch and further folding it by half inch. Alright, so I've properly secured the sides of the kimono and placed the front piece directly on the back piece as shown. Now the next thing I want to do is to take the measurements of the band that will be attached to the slit opening in the center front of this kimono. Now I placed my tape on this side of the bottom of this slit to take the length measurement. So when I got to this place, I marked the 60 inches and started the measurements from that point. So here it's 30 inches. So 60 plus 30 is 90 inches. So this simply means that the length of the band I need is 90 inches. So these pieces came out from the side of the dress when it was trimmed initially. What I did was just to attach the bands together by half inch on this side. Alright, so after attaching this, I took this to the ironing board to fold the band into two. And this is what I have here, making sure that the width of this band is 2.5 inches. So after attaching it to the slit opening on the kimono, it becomes 2 inches. So this is where I have the joining for the band. I went ahead to fold the back piece into two and marked the center neckline of the back piece. So on this point I chalked, I placed the center of the band directly on it, right side of the band to the right side of the fabric, and pinned it together. Now I went ahead to just keep pinning all through the slit opening. So obviously you can see that my band is excess. So I'll be trimming that out after I have stitched it already to the slit opening of this kimono. Now I'll take this to the sewing machine to stitch the band to the slit opening by half inch. So the next step is to secure the hem of the kimono. So this is just the back piece alone. I would fold the hem half inch in and further folding it by half inch to secure it with a straight stitch. Now I'll secure one side of the front piece by half inch and secure the other side of the front piece by half inch. Alright, the hem has been properly secured. So the next step is to place your body measurements directly on the right side of this fabric. So if your bust circumference is bigger than your hip circumference, you should work with your bust circumference. But if your hip circumference is bigger than your bust circumference, then you should work with your hip circumference. So let's start by marking the sleeve opening. I placed my tape from my shoulder vertically downwards. My nipple point is 9.5 inches, so I added extra 2.5 inches to that, which made it 12 inches. Now I marked 12 inches. On this point I marked 12 inches. I would place my tape horizontally to mark the midpoint of the wideness of this dress. Now once I've gotten the midpoint, the next thing I want to do is to divide my hip circumference by 4. So my hip circumference divided by 4 is 9 inches. Now I place that 9 inches directly on this midpoint. So mark 9 inches on the right side and to also mark 9 inches on the left side. So basically this fabric is folded into 2 and not into 4 right now, and that's why I have 18 inches. So if I decide to start my stitching from this point, it simply means that the hip region of this kimono would be fitted on you. So to prevent that tightness, I added 2 inches allowance to the sides of this point. Now I extended this point vertically downwards to the hem and took this to my sewing machine to stitch directly on the chalked line. Alright guys, so this is the final outcome of this kimono. It came out really beautiful and I think I like it more than the regular kimono. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. You should give it a try, and if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe, share and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials.